So I'm starting today's meal prep off with some basic prepped. I prepped up some green leaf lettuce. I'll be using these for some lettuce wraps for some burgers we're having this week and also just for some side salads. Next up, I cleaned and sliced some radishes that I will toss in my side salads. Also, I love to just snack on radishes. I love them. Green onions are my favorite type of onions. I love them in just about anything. I throw them in salads and eggs and just everything. So good. I've also been loving celery dipped in the Kirkland mixed nut butter. So I prepped up some celery for easy grab and go. I had a couple of cheese blocks, some chipotle cheese and some pepper jack cheese that I need to use up. So I went ahead and just diced it up. That would be another convenient grab and go snack item, or also to toss in salads as well. I also had a large block of cheese I needed to shred up that I will just use throughout the whole week. That way my cheese is shredded, ready to go, because I don't know about you, but I hate shredding cheese and I hate my food processor, so I like to only get it out once and just have it done. If you're new to my channel and love meal prep videos, I do them every single week. So if you want to see more, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos. Now on to some breakfast prep. So I cooked up a package of bacon in the air fryer. I cooked my bacon at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. I love having cooked bacon in the fridge, ready to go. Breakfast, salads, whatever, just to snack on. Bagels. These actually were supposed to be for lunches. I was going to have bagel sandwiches. However, these did not rise enough to cut into half for sandwiches. I don't want to fault the recipe because this is the first time I've tried it and I think I messed up, and I will show you that as we go through this recipe. These taste phenomenal. So I'm going to work with this recipe a little bit and figure out how I can make it work for me. So this recipe is similar to the fathead dough pizza crust. So in a bowl, I am weighing out 175 grams of shredded mozzarella cheese, 50 grams of cream cheese, and I'm going to go ahead and microwave that for about 90 seconds. So while the cheese is in the microwave, I'm weighing out 100 grams of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of flax meal, like flaxseed meal, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And now when the cheeses are all done, you want to stir them together really well. And then you're going to add the dry into the cheese mixture. And then you're just going to, easiest way to do this for me anyway, is just use my hands and knead the dough until everything's all mixed in all together. And you're going to form it into a ball. And then you're going to section it out into 6 different sections because we're making 6 bagels. And this is where I think I messed up. You need to roll each section into a log and then form a circle. So I think I made the log too thin and the hole too big. I was thinking they were going to rise and I didn't want to close the hole up too much. So I think I was just overthinking this. So next time I'm going to try something different. So you want to continue doing that till you have all 6. So if you guys try this, let me know if you made these before. Is this what I messed up on? If you have a favorite bagel recipe, please give me the link down below in the comment section. I really super appreciate it. And then I brushed each bagel with an egg wash and then topped the bagels with some of the everything but the bagel seasoning. These will go into a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, and they're beautiful. They are so beautiful, and they taste amazing, and so these won't go to waste. I'm just not going to have them the way I planned this week. I also made a batch of drop biscuits. I love these biscuits. We had biscuits and gravy actually Saturday night for dinner, so that's why I made these up, but I thought I would share them with you because I will enjoy them throughout the whole week. So in a bowl, I have a half of a cup of sour cream, 2 eggs, and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Make sure the butter has cooled down a bit. In another bowl, you're going to mix together 1.5 cups of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So then, of course, you want to add your wet into your dry ingredients, stir it up, and then I'm going to be using my Pampered Chef brownie pan. I just use this pan for everything because I love it. This recipe makes 10 biscuits. I did have a little bit of trouble portioning it out. My little cookie scoop, thing that I used to use for things like this, it broke, so I need to get a new one. But anyway, you want to bake this at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. You guys, I love these biscuits. They're so good. Yummy. So I will have the recipe written out down below in the description box. So for one of my lunches this week, I'm going to be having Italian sub roll-ups. I've showed these to you before in a different video, but I did something a little bit different this time. So to assemble these roll-ups, I'm going to take 1 slice of the turkey deli meat. This is the Hormel uncured turkey meat, something like that. 1 slice of the ultra thin pastrami, 1 slice of deli salami, and 4 slices of pepperoni, and then 1 slice of deli cut provolone. And then I also added in some of the sliced up pepperoncini peppers, and then just roll it up, secure it with a toothpick. And these are so good, you guys. So simple, but just something really kind of fun to have. I'm actually going to make 6 of these, and then I will be having 2 of them each time I have lunch. And I will be serving these with some creamy Italian dressing, which I will show you how I make later in this video. I'm portioning out the dressing. I have 1 tablespoon of the dressing into each of these little containers, and then that's just something I can dip my sub in, or I can pour some over on top. Super, super good. So since the bagel sandwich idea thing did not work out, I did have a backup plan for my other lunches this week. I bought these habanero and green chili chicken sausages. I'm going to be putting those in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. I also, in my other air fryer, cooked up some chicken tenders. So I just seasoned these chicken tenders up with some onion, salt, and some pepper. And I cooked these tenders at 400 degrees for 12 minutes. I really honestly just cook everything in my air fryer pretty much at 400 degrees. It just works the best for me. These will make putting my lunches together so easy. I can stay on plan. This is something I can just throw into a salad or just eat them just like that, dip them in some sauce. Just super easy, versatile proteins ready to go. And as usual, I made a batch of hard-boiled eggs that I cook in my pressure cooker using the 5-5-5 method. I know I say this every single week, but 5 minutes on the steamed vegetable setting, 5 minutes of natural release, and then I put them in an ice bath. You're supposed to do it for at least 5 minutes, but honestly, they just sit in there until I'm done with meal prepping. For one of my dinners this week, I will be making the Just Like the Real Thing lasagna. It's a little bit, a little bit time consuming, so I always make the noodles ahead of time. So to make the noodles in a bowl, cream together 4 ounces of cream cheese and 2 eggs. You want to add in then a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasonings, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. You're going to, then after that's all mixed together, you're going to stir in 1 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. Spread this into a 13x9 baking dish that you have lined with parchment paper. I always spray my parchment paper just a little bit with some cooking spray as well. This is going to bake at 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And I let this cool for at least 30 minutes before cutting it into thirds. And actually, it usually cools longer than that. But if you need it to cool fast, stick it in your refrigerator before you cut it, because you do not want to cut it right away. So to go along with the lasagna, I made up a batch of the meat sauce. I decided this time around I was going to use turkey sausage for my meat. So I am browning up a pound of turkey sausage. Once that's all brown, I'm going to add in some Italian seasonings, garlic powder, some onion powder. I also added in some red pepper flakes and some minced garlic. So I'm just going to stir that all around and then add in a 20-ounce can of diced tomatoes, a 6-ounce can of tomato sauce, and then I let that simmer for at least 30 minutes. Although I usually start the sauce like this first early on in my meal prep and just let it simmer the entire time I'm prepping, because I feel like the longer you let tomato sauce simmer like that, the better it tastes. And then I just store this in a mason jar in my fridge until I need it for dinner. So this will make dinner so much easier to put together. You just cut that, I didn't show that in this video, but you just cut the cheese layer for the noodles into thirds, and then you're going to use a loaf pan for the lasagna. I'm going to try to do a what's for dinner video this week so I can show you guys how I put that lasagna together. The last two things I made were a couple of dressings. So first up is my favorite blue cheese dressing. I'm making some blue cheese burgers this week, so I needed the dressing for that. Plus, I'll just have it for my salads through the week. You're going to need 1 cup of mayo, a half of a cup of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt, pepper, and a 3/4 cup of blue cheese crumbles. And then I also add in a 1/4 cup of dried chives. You can use fresh chives if you have them, but I only have the dried ones. This seriously is the best salad dressing, you guys. I love blue cheese dressing. It is so, so good. I just store this in a mason jar, and it is good for as long as your ingredients are good for. So usually this will last me like 2 weeks in the refrigerator. But probably my favorite dressing of all time that I came up with is this creamy Italian dressing. It is so, so good. So you're going to need 1 cup of mayo, 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 2 teaspoons of Italian herbs. That's it. You guys, it is so flavorful. I know you wouldn't think so with just these few ingredients, but it is so good, and it goes perfectly with those Italian sub roll-ups. I also love to throw this into like an Italian salad with all those same ingredients that what those roll-ups were, with some lettuce and this dressing on there. So, so good. So that's it, guys. That's everything I meal prepped today. Thank you so, so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos and to support my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. It really helps my channel out when you do that. And I also love talking to you guys in the comment section. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
There's a light inside your eyes. You make me feel like